about to start and Xavier asks her to sit on the seat nearby him, so she sits with him. Xavier was making a spider's picture and then revives it with his magic, but Wednesday ends it in a jerk and blow its ashes. Then there was an argument between a girl and Wednesday because they both don't like each other, and after it, Wednesday sends her roommate to the club instead of her where she was practicing activity. She alone moves to the forest nearby academy to find out the monster. Wednesday finds the broken glass cess of that stranger boy, the boy whom she saw dying by the monster. As she touches it she sees a book and she moves to the library to find it, but there she didn't find any book like it, and she secretly moves into Xavier's room because that boy and Xavier live in the same room and Wednesday and the Hand were finding the book. Xavier arrives and because of it, they hide under the bed and the villain girl arrives Xavier and asks why is he angry with her? Okay, don't be angry and let us solve this matter, but he refused, and on his refusal the villain girl thinks that he is doing this because of Wednesday, so she says tomorrow I will destroy your friends including Wednesday. Wednesday and the Hand who were hiding under the bed hears this. Returning to the room, Wednesday says to her roommate that I will also participate in the tomorrow boat race and I will defeat that proudy girl villain girl at any cost. The next day, the race starts and it was told there is no law or rule of this competition, the team who will bring the flag first from the cave, it will be the winner. Right after it, the game starts and the villain plays her tricks and breaks a team's boat with the help of her mermaid friend. Due to it, the team fall in the water, and when the mermaid was coming to Wednesday's boat the Hand trapped her in the net before this and only 3 teams reach the shore. When they all go to the cave to bring the flag, Wednesday makes a hole in the Joker's boat with her paw. Wednesday was coming with the flag with everyone, but she goes in deep thought in which she sees a girl like her and she was having a book in her hand. After coming to her senses she leaves with the flag. Joker's boat gets sunk because of a hole and the mermaid again attacks Wednesday's boat, but the Hand punches the mermaid hard while moving in the water. Wednesday makes hole in villain's boat while taking out many arrows from her boat, due to which her boat drowned. Wednesday's team wins this race, and this happened for the first time in 4 years that someone defeated the villain. So she becomes furious. Now at night Wednesday moves to a statue having a book in its hand, and when she solves a riddle, a path opens. As she moves inside she finds many pictures other than her parents, and she finds the book that she was finding, but someone attacks her when she was taking that book from there. She gets faint, and when comes to her senses she finds few people who were wearing masks have made her a slave. Hearing their voices, Wednesday recognizes the and says, I have recognized you, you can remove your masks. Actually, they were the villain and her companions. During this she has opened her rope and was leaving, and she says, while leaving, you all are kids and don't know how to kidnap. After returning, she completes the picture while pasting the page that was torn by that stranger boy, then she starts reading it. The next day, the principal gives all of them a project in which they have to do job in city shops. Reaching the city, Wednesday shows Xavier that book and asks, do you know this book? And he says yes, because of this book there was a fight between me and that boy about whom you said that was attacked by the monster. This book belongs to a magician and it is more than 30 years old, what are you doing this with it? Hearing this, she asks what else does he know about the magician? He says nothing much, and if you want to know about him you have to go to his home, that is an old special house. The students of the academy starts working in the different shops. Wednesday was a waitress but none bought anything, seeing her anger. Wednesday's friend was having a pastry but the naughty boys arrive and start teasing him. Meanwhile, Wednesday arrives and beats them a lot, then she goes to the magician's house with her friend. To know the truth that what's the matter, and about the book. There she sees many things and paintings related to the magician. In the painting she sees the same girl holding a guitar whom she saw near the cave in her thought when she brought the flag. Then she finds the book of the painting boy, but it was empty because it was fake. Meanwhile, a lady arrives and Wednesday asks her about the real book. On it, she says that book was stolen and this isn't the real house of the magician where you are standing at this time. After it, Wednesday goes to the hotel to meet the waiter and asks him about the real house of the magician, and he tells her about the real house. From there Wednesday alone moves to that house. There, she meets an old man who says, "This is my place, my house, so leave from here." Hearing this, Wednesday's companion attacks his face and the man runs from there being scared of it. Wednesday doesn't find anything from here, so she was leaving, but mowing out of the door she goes in her thoughts, in which she sees that magician locks a girl in this house while proving her a witch. Many other people were locked here before her and they all were outcast. Some were werewolves, mermaids, and witches, and the magician considers them devil. After locking all of them in the house, he set the house on fire. The girl who was proved a witch by the magician tries to release her mother but couldn't because all were tied with the land with the help of chains. Only that girl was free, so she has to run from the basement. After it, that cruel magician set all the outcast people on fire, and the girl comes to Wednesday and says he is so cruel and will end all of us. Meanwhile, the magician arrives and Wednesday gets scared from him and gets back to the present time. Coming to her senses, she says to the hand, "I have seen that girl, she even talked to me and I feel she is my family member." Then the monster of the forest arrives and attacks the house, but seeing Wednesday it runs from there. Wednesday and the hand chase it, but they see the monster footprints changes into human footprints. The next day, the statue of the magician will be placed as a sign of respect because the citizens consider him their hero. Wednesday was called there to play the guitar, but as they start doing their task after placing it, the hand sets it on fire because on Wednesday's command it has sprinkled petrol on the statue. Everyone runs from there to see the fire. Wednesday was still sitting and playing the guitar and becoming happy to see the statue burning. Now the principal suspects Wednesday, but she has no proof against her. The old house of the magician in which she went, where there was that old man, he was still there, but the monster arrives and attacks the old man. While dying, the old man clicks 2-3 pictures of that monster in his camera. The police reach immediately to investigate and they also get the monster's picture from that old man's camera. The next day, the hand places something on the camera of the morgue so none will see what it will do. It opens the door and Wednesday comes inside, and she has come here to see the wounds of the old man who was ended by the monster, and she records all the data while seeing the dead body of the old man. The hand was making a file of her. Meanwhile, the doctor along with the police officer arrive and Wednesday sleeps in a box to hide, but the doctor finds the box open and checks it immediately. He sees Wednesday lying there and feels this is also a corpse, that's why he leaves while shutting the box. When the hand comes to take her, she says, "Don't tease me, let me sleep more because I am enjoying it." After it, she discovers from her investigation that actually that monster is collecting body parts. The next day she goes to academy and finds paw marks on Xavier's neck. Later, Xavier is shown coming out of a cabin now because Wednesday suspects his wounds, so she reaches there while chasing him. She sees many drawings of the monster and pictures, but as she was returning while taking a picture, Xavier sees her. He stops her, but to distract him Wednesday says, "Will you join me tonight at the dance party?" Then she gives the monster drawing made by Xavier to the police officer. On it, he says, "We can't capture anyone with this, bring some valid proof." Now Wednesday places all her research in front of her friends so that he can help her. Her friend says seeing one of the drawings that I know about this place, and he takes Wednesday at that place. It was a cave in which they find many bones and a handcuff. While searching she finds a long sharp nail and she keeps it. Then she goes to Xavier's cabin and takes out a cloth soaked in blood from the dustbin and keeps it.